What is going on, everybody? Today we have a Strider SNG in the house. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys like Tanto knives and EDC gear. We have a lot of great content coming up in the future, and we would enjoy having you in this community. So let's get to it. This is a new knife. Hard to kind of believe sometimes because these things are just absolutely impossible. And certainly not cheap. Love the packaging. Yeah, leave it as it may be. So here we are. I've had older generations of the SNG, and so this is a little more interesting, obviously, because the whole Strider thing has gone through a lot of changes over the years. 2015, 2016, Mick and Dwyer, did separate the company from what it was originally. So now they are doing their own knives separately with their own companies. So and as Mick is doing these in small batches. So it's now a small batch knife, basically, is what it boils down to. So there we go. Wow. So there you have it. Gunner grip with I guess what they refer to as a drop point Tanto. And it has Mick Strider on there, which is what I think that actually kind of calling his knives now is Mick. And there's his original logo there. It is PSF 27, made in the USA. Got your nice flamed titanium, your typical Strider pocket clip. Of course, all these knives in general are, I love them and hate them. A lot of, that was nice. Yeah, a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with Strider knives in general. So, she's gonna definitely need some breaking in. But I will say what I like about it so far from the Striders that I've had in the past that I don't have anymore is the lack of Lockstick. I've had two SNGs in the past that had a fair amount of Lockstick, and when you start getting into the fairly expensive knives, it's kind of bothersome. So you can see the little on the early side, which is kind of normal for Striders. They don't have you don't have the lock bar inserts, so they're hardened titanium. So when you're first using them, they do take a little breaking in, and once you do break them in, they will slide over. So it's, what, 10%? It's a little on the light side, but like I said, she will break in and slide over. You have an over travel stop. So that's that. Typical Strider edge. Your main blade is fairly sharp, and then the Tanto aspect is a little on the duller side. That is very normal for his grinds. Because you are carrying a massive amount of blade stock out to the end on this knife. So as anyone that knows that. So, but I do enjoy the fact that there's a lack of Lockstick. Something that really does kind of bug me. It does flip pretty good. I can't really do it middle finger flick. It will need to break in a lot more. I mean, I can do it a little bit, so it definitely will need to break in a lot more to do that, and it should break in pretty well as far as that goes. But like I said, the lack of Lockstick is certainly promising there. So yeah, very nice. And of course your gunner grip is now aluminum, so that's cool. I like the texture very much so. That was a fail. So there we go. Yeah, I do like the gunner grip texture. It does allow your fingers to kind of get some good grip. I like the jimping that the knife has too. I've always heard a lot of complaints about it being too aggressive. I don't see it that way. Some people have their own little. I like how you can choke up on the Striders, the way you can choke up on them and still have a fair amount of blade. It's a hard use knife, and this knife is meant to be used, and I like that. I love the feeling of how this knife feels in hand. Get your thumb up on there. You can even choke up further down too. Still kind of get my thumb in there for working the knife. So yeah, very nice, not bad at all. Like I said, especially the lack of lock stick, that is certainly nice to see. So yeah, thoroughly impressed so far. Can't wait to see how she breaks in. But everything is tight, tight, tight. The blade stops all making their proper contact. Centering is very, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, everything is very nice. Got a nice light stone wash. So this knife I got from Arizona Custom Knives. They are pretty much the only one that I've seen that have actually had any of his knives in that are new and used. So they are pretty, still very hard to get, and probably won't improve anytime soon because, like I said, they're a lot more small batch these days. The price is another thing that is going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people. This is not a $450 knife anymore. It's actually double, pretty much. Sometimes in some cases triple. So depending on what features you want. So his knives are debatably out of price for some people, definitely. So yeah, I mean, justifying spending that kind of money is up to the person themselves, and I can certainly understand that. And I know a lot of people probably find it slightly debatable, but that's the knife industry that we're in these days. There's, even in the custom market, you've got a lot of different situations where it's a bidding war, and knives that should maybe go for $1,000 at the most end up going for $3,000 or $4,000. So things are just the way they are. The market is just absolutely huge and crazy all at the same time right now. So you take it as you will as far as what you want to spend on something. This was an important knife for me to get back into the collection because I don't have a Strider currently. Like I said, I had older models that I eventually got rid of, so it was important for me to bring in a Strider for the channel to compare in relations to all the other Tanto knives out there and that are coming in or already in to the channel. So I mean, it's an iconic, if you will. Some people will debate that. It is an iconic brand that has been around from, what we going on like 30 years now. So something like that. Strider fans can let me know more on that, I'm sure. But I mean, Mick's been around for a long time creating these knives, so we are at this. He's at a very different stage, so it is what it is as far as the prices. But if you guys are interested, Arizona custom knives, that's the place to go. It used to be Monkey Edge. I haven't seen anything on Monkey Edge in a long time. And when they do hit, I'm sure they're just flying out the door. So I would definitely check Arizona Custom Knives if you guys are looking for them. They have all his knives. These semi-production, small batch knives, if you will, and his custom knives all together. They get them in and out pretty often. So if you guys are interested, you might want to check them out. And that's it for today, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Have a